morning, everyone. I am coming at you from my kitchen counter, my breakfast table. I'm having my black coffee, water, and oatmeal. I'm doing something different with oatmeal. I'm using steel cut oats instead of rolled oats, and it's supposed to be chewier and whatnot. We tried it yesterday. I thought it was pretty good, but I think what I'm gonna do next time is mix rolled oats and steel cut oats. I think having a mix of both will be a really nice balance of textures. So in my overnight steel cut oats today, I have some ground ginger maple syrup. I've got one very plump dried apricot, a whole banana cut up. Underneath the fruit, I sprinkled some hemp hearts and also some grated coconuts. I warmed this up in the microwave. Here's the sleep app I mentioned in my last video. It's called Pillow and it works with my Apple Watch. I really like it. I've used it for, how many sessions? 18 sleep sessions already. My sleep quality is always pretty good. On average, it's about 75%. My average time of sleep is about 7 hours. Last night, I had about 6 hours and 18 minutes because I didn't get to bed on time. I try to go to bed at 10 and I try to wake up at 6, but that hasn't been working very well. It also records my sleep talking. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I talk in my sleep almost every night. Did talk last night. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to hear because it's quite soft, but let me try.
Probably not much. Good.
The only thing I could make out on that clip was probably not, and then I giggled a bit. I usually talk gibberish. Sometimes it sounds like I'm talking to my hubby and he answers back if he's still awake. You can use it for free. My hubby actually uses the free version. So I did buy the full version of the app. The sleep talking function I really like. I know you can get other apps or other recorders that will do the same thing and they're probably free, but I like that it's all integrated into this one app. I can also see my REM sleep and when I'm talking, my heart rate. Besides the sleep talking, or the audio portion, I find there's not too much content that's worth the price of the app. It's more of a novelty. So if you just go with the free version, you'll probably be excited about it for about a week or so and then that'll taper off. The reason I like it so much is because I'm fascinated with analysis and numbers, and I also have always wanted to hear what I say in my sleep. So I'm finding that part a lot of fun. I should also mention with the free version, you can't listen to any audio. It will have recorded stuff, but you can't listen to it unless you buy the full version. Now, just because you have recorded sessions, it doesn't mean that you actually said anything or made any noise. Sometimes it does pick up some ambient noise around you, like if you're turning in your sleep or if you're sighing or coughing. It also picks up some clips right as you go to bed and when you wake up, so those are kind of like garbage junk clips. So I don't want you to pay for the full version and then realize that it was all like junk recordings. And then the other thing I wanted to mention is with the free version, you can't look at past sessions. So if you are using the free version and you want to look at how you've done over a certain period of time, how you've slept, I would recommend doing a screenshot so you have the history saved because you won't be able to go back. I don't think I would recommend paying for the full version if you don't have an Apple Watch to go with it. There are also other sleep apps that I downloaded and I didn't really test them out very much because I found that I really liked this one, but there are some out there that don't require an additional device. You just put the phone near you when you sleep, either on the bed beside you or on the nightstand beside the bed. I'm just in the middle of having my breakfast. I already had 2 slices of Ezekiel bread with peanut butter and condensed milk, and now I'm going to be having my yogurt. This here is just plain yogurt, unsweetened. It's by Organic Meadow and it's 3.8% milk fat. So because this is plain, I like to sweeten it up with some honey, and I put quite a bit of honey. So then I just mix it up, and I might even put some more honey because this is more yogurt than I thought. You can also use plain Greek yogurt if you like. Sometimes I do, but I've been really enjoying the flavor of this yogurt, and the amount of fat in it is perfect. It's creamy without being too heavy. And now, if you guys like cinnamon, you will love this. I top it with quite a generous helping of cinnamon. And if you've ever had cinnamon ice cream, this tastes almost like it, except it's a little bit sour and not as cold, obviously. Top it off with one whole banana cut up. It just tastes so good. It's such a nice treat, but it's relatively healthy. And put a little bit more. The reason I like to buy plain yogurt is because I can give Lulu some. So this is just a little bit of plain yogurt with nothing mixed in. Here's my yogurt with the cut up banana. And let's go ahead and give Lulu her treat. She's been waiting very patiently. She always knows when I have something for her. Okay, just give it to her here. She loves yogurt. Lulu's tongue is sticking out. Where is it? This never happens. So cute. Is it because you have no tooth on that side? Oh, it's so cute. My husband picked this out when we were at that snack department store thing, and he thought it was matcha, so he picked up this box and he just opened it because he wanted to make some tea, and it turns out they're mochi. They're so good though. We had a couple, but he was quite surprised when he opened it. Matcha flavored mochi with red bean inside. We're gonna eat a couple more because they're probably gonna go bad soon. We haven't opened it, but it's just been sitting in our tea drawer since we got back from Japan. It is Friday before the Labor Day long weekend, and I have the day off today. I've done so much today already. I cleaned the bathroom, or rather I organized the bathroom, and you would not believe how many products I still have, even though I've gotten through a ton. My husband's actually started buying a bunch of products. He developed a patch of eczema around his nose, so he's been trying a lot of different products. He's built up quite a collection, so I just wanted to reorganize everything and give him a little space for all of his products because they're quite different from mine. My husband is not cruelty-free. He tries where he can, but he doesn't really think about it. The shared products I still purchase cruelty-free for both of us, but things that he buys that are just for himself are not cruelty-free, or they may or may not be. He doesn't really care either way. So I've been looking into a winter trip. You guys know I like to go away for at least a week or two in the winter time just to get away from the cold, but oddly enough, for this winter trip I'm looking at going to Banff, and it's very cold there. I was looking at the rates for the Banff Springs Hotel, and normally that hotel is extremely expensive, but they have this sale called Snow Days. So if you're there between early January to early February, you save 45% off the room rate, and it's actually quite reasonable. So I was looking at all the things that there are to do in Banff in the wintertime, and it actually sounds like a lot of fun. I've always wanted to go snowshoeing and dog sledding. We're not huge skiers. We might be able to ski for a day, but it's not something that we're too excited about. I've tried snowboarding. That's definitely not for me. I'm horrible at it. We could skate on Lake Louise. It just sounds like a lot of fun. But for those of you guys in Alberta, am I romanticizing it too much? Is it going to be too cold for snowshoeing or dog sledding, hikes? I bounced the idea off my husband, and he seemed to think it was a good idea. I know it's gonna be beautiful. The temperature can get to minus 20-ish, but then there's the wind chill on top of that. Minus 20 is pretty bearable here, but the wind might be a lot worse there. I've never been to Alberta in the winter time. I've only been to Calgary, and that was in the summer. So that's what we're kind of debating right now, and I'm gonna do more research on it. Hubby and I are at Roy Thompson Hall. They do a patio series once or twice a week, usually Thursdays, Fridays. Basically a free concert. You can get food and drink and such, purchase of course, but the entrance is free. There's no cover charge. So we're very excited. This may be the last one of the season, but I think they do this every year. So we're gonna grab a drink and then show you guys around. We were debating whether to eat here or to go somewhere else after, but hubby is really hungry. He had to go to work today. So we decided to get cheeseburgers. They're actually pretty reasonably priced. They're $5.75. The burger is under here, but there's lots of stuff on top. Wine and beer, and then here's what the patio looks like. Opted to sit on the couches instead of at the tables. So we are all done. I found that so much fun. I thought it was so relaxing and it was just a nice, very chill atmosphere. My hubby, on the other hand, thought it was so boring. He couldn't wait to leave. He was so happy when it was done. Music was really good. The atmosphere was really good. The drinks were just okay, decently priced. The food was decently priced and it was just really relaxing, really nice. But up here, now that we're on our way home, it's freezing. I'm so cold. I'm wearing the dress from my thrift haul that I hadn't worn before. This is my first time wearing it. Also wearing my little Chanel bag, and shoes are Aldo. My friend and I did something kind of crazy yesterday. Not crazy, pretty spontaneous, I would say. Of course, I need the coffee that's behind here. Hang on one sec. Hubby and I ran out of coffee, so he went out and bought this Kicking Horse coffee, the Three Sisters one from Shoppers Drug Mart. And I actually really like this coffee, so I'm just gonna make this morning because we have nothing else. At around 2 p.m. or so, I get a text message from my friend that there was a pricing error for Toronto to Paris. The pricing error was quite significant. I think we were looking at around $200 to $300 for flights, and this included non-stop. After a few tries, actually many tries, I managed to snag a flight from Toronto to Paris, return for $293. I cannot believe we got such a good deal. My friend has never been to Paris, so she said I could pretty much plan the trip for her. Of course, I'm gonna ask her what she wants to do, but there are just some things you have to do on your first time there. We're gonna, of course, go to the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, and the like. I think the itinerary is going to be very close to the trip that my husband and I did last October. I rewatched the vlog yesterday and I thought she would have loved that itinerary, minus a few things. We're not gonna go to the sewer. We'll probably skip the Pompidou. We'll probably skip some of the lesser known museums, and we'll add in a few things like the Arc de Triomphe. I'm not sure if she wants to go to Versailles yet. I've asked her if we can get into the Carnival Arts Museum. She would absolutely love that. It's not open all the time, so everything's kind of up in the air until I know if that's open, but I pretty much have a tentative itinerary from last time. We might also want to do the islands, so where Notre Dame is. I also want her to see the Rodin Museum. That's one of my favorites. Didn't get a chance to go last time, so I think that one would be a nice one, assuming that the weather is nice. We're gonna be there at the end of October. I am so excited. I couldn't even sleep yesterday. There is a chance that our flight might be canceled because sometimes with pricing errors, I was reading that they may or may not honor the error. I don't think we'll be in the clear until probably Thursday or maybe even Friday of next week because of the holiday long weekend. They're issuing cancellations, whether they're gonna get on that this weekend or during the regular work week. But I'm hoping with each passing day that it becomes a higher chance that it won't be canceled. So we have booked the hotel. We actually booked the same hotel that my husband and I stayed at last time. My husband and I loved it, and it was well situated. The price was reasonable. There is free cancellation up until a couple days before we leave. I have no issues with staying there again if my friend doesn't mind. I sent her the links to everything and she was good with it. So that is what I'm going to be up to for the next little while. This is the friend, by the way, that you guys see on the vlogs, so she won't mind being in the vlogs at all. I don't know how I'm gonna vlog this trip. It's gonna be very similar to the last trip, so I don't want it to be repetitive, but at the same time I do want to capture it because it's such a nice little souvenir. It'll be really nice for me and my friend to look back on it. I haven't done a trip with her since I started my YouTube channel, because I think I started my YouTube channel in 2011 or 2012. So, oh, I have these awake. Hello! You're probably heard me talking to the camera. You just woke up. Okay, I'll be right back. So gorgeous. So this is a set of 4 dumplings, and you're supposed to eat them from sweet to savory. So we start off on the left and eat our way through them. This is the spiced pork chop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Soy tamarind dressing made in-house. Perfect.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I don't think I narrated the salad, but that rice salad was fantastic. So flavorful and delicious. This here is the beef short rib. It's a curry type dish, and we ordered 1 roti and 1 coconut rice to go with it. Kiin was really fantastic. The food was delicious and very, very, very filling. So one of our servers was telling us that Kiin means eat in the Thai language. Here is what I'm wearing. This dress is thrifted from Japan. I showed it in my haul video. The bag is Mulberry Alexa, and very simple outfit. I'm not belting it or anything like that, and I have on these mules from Aldo, which are very, very comfortable. Hubby and I wanted patio pizza, but Libretto was closed, so we ended up going to Cibo and really enjoyed it. I actually forgot how much I liked it, so maybe Libretto and Cibo are on par with one another. It is Labor Day Monday, so happy back to school for those of you going back to school, or for those of you with children going back to school. I'm gonna end off the vlog here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!